4 years after investigators began digging in Tulsa, Oklahoma's Oaklawn Cemetery, their efforts to tie unmarked graves to the city's 1921 race massacre paid off in July.
This is an awesome day, a day that has taken forever to come to fruition.
DNA analysis by a forensic lab led to the identification of one set of remains as belonging to a man named C.L. Daniel.
C.L. Daniel was a victim of the Tulsa Race Massacre, according to his own mother, and the burial 3 is consistent with the DNA we would expect to see in C.L. Daniel or one of his brothers.
A letter written on behalf of Daniel's mother claiming he died in the Tulsa race riot and asking for military survivor benefits confirmed his connection to the massacre.
When I read that letter, as a parent, I can't help but think about his mom, Mrs. Daniel, who knew her brave son had been killed, but never knew what became of his remains. Identifying Mr. Daniel's remains has been, candidly, an emotionally powerful experience for every person on our team. It makes every challenging day of this search worth it.
The massacre, in which hundreds of black Tulsans may have died at the hands of a white mob over a period of 2 days, was kept largely secret until fairly recently. This summer's 4th round of excavations has wrapped up. Some 4 dozen sets of remains have now been exhumed from the cemetery. 3 new remains show evidence of gunshot wounds. 2 victims were shot with more than one weapon. The 3rd was shot and burned. All of the remains were contained in simple wooden caskets.
Every day that we're out here, we are so cognizant of the recovery of Mr. Daniel's identity and of the work that we're doing and the importance and the gravity of that work. Science doesn't happen as quickly as we would like it to, but these answers are so important.
Complex genealogical research matching the DNA of possible massacre descendants across the U.S. to the Tulsa remains could lead to more identifications in the future.
Our fellow Tulsans, they're not just names in history. These are our neighbors who were murdered in horrible ways.
The goal with this work is to restore history to those victims and bring a measure of healing to their families.
We hope he's not the last. We hope that Mr. Daniel is not the last.
Hendrik, Sybrandy, CGTN, Denver.